Hi everyone, my name is Cy Rodriguez, and I recently had the privilege of interviewing Susan Smith Jones, PhD, one of America's favorite motivational speakers, health educators, and author of over 26 books on holistic health, including her three latest titles, Recipes for Health Bliss, Walking on Air, and The Joy Factor. I think that you'll agree with me that her enthusiasm and insight into how we can all choose to live a vibrantly healthy, balanced life is refreshing and inspiring. As you are listening to this brief excerpt, you might want to visit Susan's website, www.susansmithjones.com. The entire interview is available on the homepage of her website. And now I hope you enjoy these few moments as Susan continues to share her knowledge about raw foods, herbs, and spices. That's exciting to hear because I love to blend foods.
I do too. And you can make a meal replacement or a snack, in 3 minutes, including the time it takes to clean the blender. It's wonderful. Now, raw foods also contain biophotons. And it was in the early 80s that there was a German physicist, a Nobel Prize winner, Fritz Popp, PhD, and he proved the presence of these biophotons, which are biologically produced units of light that are found in vegetables. And biophoton emission can be thought of as a kind of biological laser light, if you can envision that, with a very high degree of coherence, meaning it's capable of transmitting information which ordinary incoherent light cannot achieve, information from the food into your body. And what this physicist discovered is that cooking destroys nearly 100% of the biophotons. And adding chemicals to food, you're going to love this, Si, processing, preserving, and irradiating the foods all endanger the biophotonic force of the foods. So here's the bottom line for the takeaway on this one, that if you choose to eat fresh, sun-ripened, organic food, ideally, we can't all do this,
Right.
but that's eaten straight from the vine, the tree or the stalk or the ground, that contains the greatest number of biophotons. Now, wild foods were found to emit twice as many biophotons as cultivated organic foods. And then, again, organic foods emit 5 times as many biophotons as commercially grown foods, and cooked and irradiated foods emit almost no biophotons. So when you're able to do this, choose organic, have a garden in your backyard, or shop at farmers markets, whatever you can do to eat your foods as close to the way nature made them as possible and organically grown.
That definitely rings true for me, and I love that the wild foods even have more than the organic.
I know. And, it's not often that we can eat wild foods, but whenever possible, absolutely do that. Now, keep in mind this as well. Raw foods are also rich in oxygen. See, when you heat foods, that reduces the oxygen found in fresh food, the oxygen that we all need to resist disease. And cancer cells thrive in blood low in oxygen. Oxygen stimulates digestion, promotes better circulation in the body, promotes clear thinking, protects against the bad kinds of bacteria, and also nourishes every cell in the body. So without sufficient oxygen in the blood, the metabolism and the digestion becomes slow and sluggish. And in other words, the body loses energy and is ripe for disease. Now, chlorophyll, you know what chlorophyll is, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the green coloring in the plant foods. And chlorophyll is what gives plant that beautiful, vibrant color, whether it's the green in your garden in the backyard or the green in the broccoli or the spinach or the celery. And chlorophyll has been likened to the blood of the plant. See, the chlorophyll molecule is almost identical to the hemoglobin molecule in our bodies. which is the oxygen carrier in the human blood. And when you eat plants in their living, unheated state, the chlorophyll actually feeds oxygen to your body. So cooked food doesn't contain the same organic type of oxygen. This is why, Si, that when you and your audience eats lots of greens, or you drink green juices or wheatgrass, or you make beautiful fresh green juices, which I when I'm, unless I'm on the road, when I'm at home, I'll make them almost every day. You immediately feel that surge of energy. So when you can eat more raw foods, you definitely want to incorporate them into your diet.
This is true. This is one of the things that I have benefited from the most in my life, and I always love to make smoothies, and parsley has become one of my favorite types of herbs to include in smoothies that include fruit and greens. Do you have any kind of special herbs that you like to include in your raw foods regime?
I do include parsley a lot because, and I like that you mentioned this, it's such a rich source of chlorophyll. Other herbs I use quite often in my recipes, in my snacks, not just smoothies, but in my meals. One would be oregano because it's rich in antioxidants. Another would be cayenne because it turns up the furnace in your body and helps you to burn calories and cuts off food cravings. Another one would be cinnamon because it balances out your blood sugar level. So I'm always sprinkling some cinnamon powder into my smoothies. Turmeric is a very powerful spice. It's that yellow color in Indian foods, but it's also a very powerful anti-inflammatory and antioxidant. So I take turmeric every day just to stay healthy. Even though this isn't a spice, I also take an adaptogen, an herb, a root called astragalus every day. You can get it in a liquid form or a powder form or in tea. And in the powder, I put, a teaspoon of it into my smoothie. And even on my website, I have an astragalus butter, a replacement for peanut butter. I have a recipe on my website that I think you're really going to like. There's a search button on my website, so you can just put in astragalus butter, or you can go to the page on the website under natural remedies. And so there's so much on my website, lots of beautiful quotes, lots of beautiful photographs, as you know. And also, just for a short time, there's a special program that's called Renew Your Life. And this is the best time of year to do this because we're taping this early in the year. And Renew Your Life is 14 of my titles. It includes several ebooks and audio programs that I created that you can get all in one special package where you save lots of money. And people are writing me and telling me all the time that this program, combined with my new book, The Joy Factor, and my other new book, Recipes for Health Bliss, together make the perfect program to give you all the tools you need to really be vibrantly healthy, heal your body, and create success in every area of your life.